Primetime, that's the name.
Primetime.
Primetime.
What time is it? Showtime, primetime.
It's XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Nothing says football like scented soap.
How you like me now? How you like
You
me
come
now?
out of the weekend, you start off Monday strong. You're thinking, man, I got this one by the tail. And guess what? When you get to the end of the week, what are you going to have, Big Stars? Week zero.
Week zero.
Ball. Okay?
Love it.
Yes. As they tweeted out in mass over the weekend, this past Saturday, the last Saturday until 2027 without ball. College.
Appreciate
It's
it,
a
people.
beautiful
Appreciate
thing,
it, people. It goes fast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Soak it
I'm
up.
a savor.
Why you got to say that?
I'm
Let's just
saying.
enjoy it.
I'm going to savor it. That's what I'm saying. I'm enjoying it now, right now. We're in the week of it.
I don't mind you giving them a PSA because
reminding them.
it does slip away very, very fast. All right.
Don't
so-
throw that stuff at me.
No, I'm just saying,
man.
good things don't last, man. Hayes. They don't last, so you got to savor the moment. Be in the now.
And everyone
now.
is all kind of beat up and busted up about the whole idea of the title Week 0. Embrace that, man.
Yes.
Okay, forget about it. It's
Better than preseason football. I'll
yes.
tell you that.
I'd rather see Florida State v. New Mexico State, the fight in Robert Reeves, instead of what we have seen in exhibition ball season. Oh my gosh.
It's hard to watch, bro. I mean,
It's
it
bad.
is bad.
As an example, I watched Deshaun Watson, I think, throw for less than 40 yards, complete only 5 passes, and he was today named the starter of your Cleveland Browns against your Jaguars coming up on Sunday, September 12th. That, honestly, is
it's not good.
crazy
That might be ruled.
up there in
That
Cleveland.
might be ruled in our favor. To be quite honest with you, the way he's been playing, he's terrible.
Well, it's so strange. Like, the preseason can't possibly make any less sense when you watched Shador go out, and I believe he was like 9 of 11. It was a good outing for him, and it is preseason ball, but he did take the starter's reins, and it was a good outing for him. And then the second half belonged to Deshaun, and Deshaun was a disaster, and then went to the podium after that and said he's tired of being booed.
Yeah.
Get used to it, pal. You're in Cleveland. And he said it's going to be like 17 away games this year. Whatever.
Great. Wait till they lose 24-3 here in the season opener.
Yeah.
How's that
I was
go?
going to say, as a Jags fan, are you happier with who as the starter?
I think you should be happy with either because neither one of them have really established themselves. But right now, just based on what you saw, you kind of got to be happier that it's Deshaun.
I would have liked to see Shador making
okay.
a start.
From an entertainment point of
Would've been
view.
good.
Okay, all
I
right.
would too. I would rather have seen Shador.
Yeah. Okay, from an entertainment point of view. But I'm just saying.
As a
Turnovers.
Jags fan, I would rather have Shador Sanders out there. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I think we're going to see both when it's all said
Right,
and
but
done,
I
probably.
think Deshaun's probably smart enough right now to not throw picks. Where I think Shador has this gunslinger mentality where he just thinks he can get it in anywhere.
It's so hard to judge preseason ball, especially when you have a lot of guys that you don't know where they're at, depth chart wise, talent wise. There's 90 guys that they're all trying to basically kind of speed date. That's what the team's trying to do. They're speed dating with every guy that's at the butt end of the roster, trying to figure out whether they want to keep him or cast him off. And so some of the throws that Deshaun made the other day, I don't know whether those guys are going to make the squad or not, but they were terrible throws from Deshaun Watson. Really poor decisions. So we'll see. I think
whatever happened to the Deshaun? Remember the Deshaun, the Houston Texans, when they played in the Kansas City Chiefs, and he brought them all the way back? Was that a playoff game where he brought them back? They were down like 21. And,
Yeah.
Bro,
That was a long time ago.
That was like 6 years ago.
That's
man.
a long time. I'm just saying. But when you saw him play the way he played early on in his career, you're like, this guy's phenomenal. But now,
here's another one from the Wayback Machine, and it really does kind of blow your mind. So this is over the last a little more than half a decade. The leaders that in the National Football League were tops in receiving yardage, rushing yardage, and passing yardage. Okay. So just as an example, if you go back 2023, Tua had the most passing yards in the National Football League.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah. Tua had the most passing yards in 2023. Last year it was Matt Stafford. The year before that it was Joey Burrow. Okay. Do you know who it was in 2020? Deshaun Watson.
Wow.
Led the National Football League in passing yards. And yet over the last, 4 seasons, we've seen him for a total of 19 starts. And he does not look good. He does not look good. So with that as the backdrop, we got some exhibition ball. We got to go back to Friday night with your Jacksonville Jaguars, but there's been some stuff happening in the college football world as well.
That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC.
Yeah, speaking of starters being named at quarterback, Aaron Philo, your new starting quarterback for the Florida Gators.
Let the era begin, okay? This is Philo time, all right? Now, even though Johnny Summerall got to the podium, the Florida Gator quarterback battle that had been going on during basically spring, during the offseason, into fall camp, he finally said, hey, this is going to be the dude that's going to start. And he said the lion's share of snaps as starter for the Florida Gators. So Aaron Philo has been named. He's not closing the book on Tramel Jones, but let's at least react to that. Matt, this is one that most people said whenever John Summerall, no H, no E, but he is he, whenever he decided to put his staff together and he hired Buster Faulkner as the play caller, and then Aaron Philo followed Buster from Georgia Tech to Gainesville, that he was going to end up being the starter, and at least for now, that's how it's played out.
So Buster Faulkner could have gone anywhere he wanted to, okay? Not only this past season, but the season before. And he stayed at Georgia Tech the season before.
A respected play caller.
Yes. He's making $2 million a year. You're not paying that guy $2 million and not having him, and he brings his quarterback in, and not having that quarterback get every benefit of the doubt. It's like Leon always says, the backup's got to be so good where you're going to like, okay, there's just no way we can play this guy that we thought we were going to play. So I don't know how close they were. My guess is they were probably very close. But you got to give it to the guy, to the OC's guy. We'll see. I wouldn't think that this is going to be a situation where Filo's going to take it and run.
Right.
I think you're going to see Tramel Jones. I think you're going to see Tramel Jones in the first game and the second game, and you might even see him in the third game against Auburn.
Well, you'll very likely see him in those first two, just to kind of give Auburn something else to think about.
Oh, so the reports were that. First of all, I knew that. I thought Philo was going to be the guy from the beginning, because you don't come as an offensive coordinator, you don't bring your guy with you. He's not going to start. But the reports from the watering hole was that the more athletic, the bigger arm was Tramel.
Tramel's got the bigger arm. He's probably not more athletic.
More accurate.
Yeah.
Might be.
Yeah, because Philo's the better runner of the two.
He's the better runner of the two.
Yeah.
But might be more accurate, which I think is a really important piece to this, because you can't make mistakes, or at least you can't make a bunch of them. You can force some throws. We just talked about what Deshaun Watson was doing. You can force some throws and maybe overcome it with more big plays later because you're willing to take chances, but you just can't throw too many of those, or you're going to get it's going to end up undoing whatever it is you just did, because you keep making mistakes. In the case of Philo, like Matt just said, he can move. He can obviously use the big arm, but Tramel, very heady, and also pretty
Tramel's got a great arm too. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if Philo throws a pick early against Auburn, or they go down 13-0 or something, Tramel's going in there. Like he's at the point now where he's got to find who his guy is, and if he doesn't know after the first two games, and you go in there in game 3.
Right.
And something happens, you get a little squirrely early. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all if Tramel Jones plays at all.
Now, is he going to run like Haynes King? I mean, that offense that he runs for Georgia Tech?
Nobody can run like Haynes King.
Nobody can
How
run like.
dare you?
But I'm
Even
just
with
saying,
a crick in his leg, nobody can do that.
But I'm just saying, Haynes King took.
He was a battering ram.
He took a beating. I mean,
So I think
the
the foundation of that offense is that Georgia Tech offense.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. They've changed a lot to it too. So I mean, he's definitely going to run.
Yeah.
He's more than a willing runner. He's a good runner. I mean, he's a tough runner.
Well, I've seen many times when Haynes King is running, he's getting up off the mat. And he's looked like
he ain't that tough.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure.
I don't think anybody's
Haynes
that
King
tough.
looks like he just went 15 rounds with Muhammad Ali
bro.
after like every run and gets back in
Every
there.
run.
It was like, Haynes, meet brick wall. And Haynes like, no problem.
Exactly.
And so he would just do it.
But Haynes is like, yeah, so.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you got starters named now in Gainesville, in Tuscaloosa, Keelan Russell.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at Rocky Top with Faison, Brandon V, George McIntyre.
It's crazy that they're starting a true freshman. It's crazy.
And so let's get into at least a little bit of that as we look at a handful of these big storylines that are at least week 0 as we come into it, finally kind of becoming a little more in focus. And so we can at least talk about some of the games to look forward to with these guys now plugged in. So we'll get into all that. Mocama Beer Company. I love what Leon said. He goes, the reporting from the watering hole. Well, you can also report from a bar stool up in beautiful Fernandina Beach at Mocama Beer Company. The tap room is gorgeous. You can go in there and hang out, enjoy some delicious, delicious flavors that they've created. And they've got concerts that are on the way. We'll tell you about that in the month of October with Starship showing up to Fernandina. So we'll let you know how you can be a part of the action up there in beautiful Fernandina Beach at Mocama Beer Company.
From the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio.
XL Primetime.
We need to find more heroes.
Sometimes they fly under the radar.
You think you can find others like her?
Taylor Dahl
We found her and we weren't even looking.
on Helmets and Heels. Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
Football season is here, and that means it's grilling season. Before you overpay at the big box stores, make a quick stop to Houston's Meat Company on Main Street. For more than 50 years, Houston's has been Jacksonville's local butcher shop, serving up quality cuts of meats, incredible prices, and the kind of service you just can't find at the grocery chain. Steaks, burgers, chicken wings, ribs, whatever's on the grill this weekend, Houston's Meat Company has you covered. Follow them on social at Houston's Meats for weekly specials.
Tom McMahon is here for Armstrong Fence Company, a locally owned First Coast business for nearly 20 years. Hurricane season is here. Don't wait for the first storm warning. Your fence is your first line of defense. Loose boards, weak posts, or damage can turn into big problems when high winds come around. Armstrong Fence Company handles repairs and builds from stadiums to backyards. Get a pre-storm fence check today. Call Armstrong Fence Company or search online. Armstrong Fence Company. Yeah, we did the fence.
When you want to know what's happening in Gainesville, roll with a Gator Report.
I'm Kyle Markowitz. Listen for updates on Florida Gators athletics several times a week on 1010XL.
Built by Cash Building Materials.
Ace Carline here for Atlantic Infinity, and yes, I'm still loving my new QX60. Right now, you can lease one or lock in just 1.9% financing for 60 months, and every new Infinity comes with the Atlantic Infinity Promise. That's over $7,000 in added value. That's one of many reasons why I bought mine there. No pressure, no games, just a great experience. Make your next ride an Infinity from Atlantic Infinity. Visit AtlanticInfinity.com or the showroom near Atlantic and St. John's Bluff.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
Frank Frangie here. I'm Jacksonville born and raised. This town's in my blood. And in a market this choppy, I only trust the people who grew up here and know it inside and out. Well, that's Chad and Sandy. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers, fast, easy, stress-free. Need a max price? Their science-based Market Max system is a proven, repeatable system guaranteed to sell your home for maximum price. Ask Jen over in Big Tree in Mandarin. Her investment townhouse had already failed to sell with another agent for months. So she hired Chad and Sandy, and they got it sold in 48 hours, cash, as is, no concessions. Check in hand in just 17 days at full market value. Chad and Sandy are the local real estate experts. Using their proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. No required repairs. Pick your own move date. No long-term contracts. So call Chad and Sandy 904-414-6200 or head today to chadandsandy.com.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit cards, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process. And no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
We are moving forward with the quarterback situation. Aaron Philo is going to go with the ones more than anyone. Doesn't mean Trammell won't get some with the ones. He's still going to get some. But as we prepare for game one, Aaron Philo, we are preparing for him to be the starter for week one.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room at Fernandina Beach.
So that's your Florida Gator head coach, John Summerall, saying it was a huge announcement. We were preparing for this is going to be the dude. And basically he's only the dude for 60 minutes, maybe less than 60 minutes. Who knows? But that's how far John Summerall's willing to go, committing to Aaron Philo.
That was about as muddled as that Rat concert I saw last night. Believe me. It was. So I wanted to see it. First off, they can't use the name Rat anyway because the drummer won't allow them to. So they just use Stephen Pierce, who's the singer, and Warren DeMartini, who's the guitar player.
Yeah.
So it's called Piercy and DeMartini. And
that comes rolls off the tongue.
I felt bad for it. Doesn't roll off the tongue. I felt bad for DeMartini, who's just a top notch.
I think at this point,
elite guitar player because Stephen Piercy's voice is worse than David Lee Ross's voice. It's number one, and I'm sure we all have seen David Lee Ross' voice.
That's bad.
And then number two, the mix was the worst mix I've ever heard. It was so loud and so distorted you couldn't even enjoy it. It was gross.
So the son-in-law, he would move up in the power rankings as a sound engineer if he just walked right in there.
Yeah, that's not on the Rat. That's on the venue.
That's on the no. They have their own. They have their own mix guy. That's not the venue. That's their own mix guy.
Yeah.
Their own mix guy. He screwed them because it was bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Matt came in this morning. He goes, "Went to one of the worst concerts of my life yesterday."
Not only that, I paid $150 for the ticket.
That's crazy, man.
Wow.
Why? What? Like Rat? Not even the artist formerly known as Rat. In 2026.
So my brother paid for insurance for the tickets too, so that's another $25. So it was like $125.
Why? Because they're so old, they may not show.
I don't know, but it's a great venue. It was at Hard Rock, which is 1,500 people. It's a great venue. We had great seats. We were in the balcony, but the first row of the balcony, so no one in front of us, looking down on him, mid center. It was perfect.
No, you'd think that's like $75.
Yeah, I thought. In fact, I told him. Like the day of the event, he said, "All right." I said, "What do I owe you?" And he said, $150. And I was like, "What?
Hold on.
Did I buy both of ours?
And then,
Are we on a date?
Right.
Bro?
And then I was like, had you told me that 6 months ago and we talked about this, I would have said no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have paid $150, but it was too late at that point.
It's funny though.
But I got to spend time with my brother, which is fun. So
$150. That's a half a cart of groceries right now.
Yeah.
Half a cart.
Or at least 3 or 4 bags.
You can go through the express lane and spend that. That's for sure.
By the way, I went to that certain discount grocery store just for the heck of it because I was at Ace.
Does it rhyme with Schmaldi?
Yes, it does.
Did you have to put a quarter in?
You have to pay for your cart?
It was weird.
Never.
The whole thing was weird.
I refuse.
The whole thing was weird.
TLD goes in there all the time.
But there's like off-brand stuff, and it's not like if you see like Fig Newtons, it's like Jersey's Fig Newtons or something.
Yeah, but it's not the Dollar General of grocery
No, it's not,
stores.
but it's close.
Yeah.
You can see Dollar General from there. I can tell you that.
Well, I feel like
you're a brand buyer, bro. There's nothing wrong with the Jersey.
I go where shopping is a pleasure, bro.
Listen,
I go where it's a pleasure.
And it's pricey where it's a pleasure.
Yeah, exactly.
So my daughter loves these
Keeps
little
the riffraff
those
out.
little panini fingers that's like the mozzarella and it's wrapped in like prosciutto.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're great. They're good. You get them at Publix. They're like $8-9 each. So they had this like giant pack of like five packs for like $10, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna get this, man."
It's dealio.
Yeah, so I just got. I have no idea what they taste like. She's gonna be over later today, so we're gonna figure it out. But
It sounds like you're gonna determine that they're no good.
I don't know if they
you're a brand
are,
buyer.
bro.
You're a
Again, it was like it might have been like Jersey's panini fingers too.
Well, let's just find out. Okay, let's do the taste test later.
Not only that, there's no like rhyme or reason to where stuff is. It's just thrown up on the shelf.
What?
Yeah, there's no like canned goods with canned goods or like Gatorade. By the way, they don't sell Gatorade. Gatorade with Gatorade. It's
What do you
nothing
mean?
like that. Like the
It's
toilet.
just a hodgepodge.
Yes, the toilet
I'll just put
tissue
it to you
is
this way.
with like
With the
cereal.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Why?
You can't.
Why?
Again,
Why
I
is
don't
that
know.
How am
why.
I supposed to find stuff?
I guess because it's cheaper that way. I don't know. It's a lot cheaper.
I doubt the toilet. I've been to all these. The toilet paper is not next to the cereal.
Oh, wait, bro. I don't think you can use the name. I think we have to use Schmaldi.
Oh, Schmaldi. I mean,
I do know that I did go in there, and I usually like to go to the cooler section for cold cans. And there isn't any in there, and so
no, there's not.
Do they have a deli?
I didn't really spend a whole lot of time.
It's all
no fresh meat.
I mean, they have they have
Well,
a
you can buy
produce,
produce and
but the
meat.
produce, like if you get like a bell pepper, it's in the cardboard box that the bell pepper shipped in.
Oh, that's weird. You can't like pick an apple out.
No, bro, you gotta it's
that's weird.
It's hardcore.
Well, I got a meat market for y'all on University.
Yeah,
yeah.
Drop the name.
All right.
No, I can't name drop,
All right,
but I just let you know it's down from where I get the
where you
the
get
shrimp,
yours.
the shrimp.
I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
we don't have any competing meat markets on this show.
No,
we do.
Oh, do we?
Oh, I
I'm
don't know
sure
about
we
on
do.
the show, but we definitely have them on the station. So we want to protect them.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
I'll drop the dime off the air.
All right. So speaking of meat markets, everyone's shopping for quarterbacks, and some will get it right and some won't. We just played the soundbite from John Summerall coming out of the presser, and Florida basically has 2 tune-up games against Camels and Owls, and after that, they need to be ready to go into a head-knocking game against an SEC opponent in a pretty good raucous atmosphere, War Eagle, and we'll see whether or not they can get it done. By the time they get to week 3, the Florida Gators, and you guys on the text line who follow Florida, 641-1010, hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. If Aaron Philo is your starter game 1, is he your starter game 3? Does he get the, quote, lion's share of the snaps, like Summerall suggested? Is he still your dude by the time you get to week 3? Matt, are you willing to bet on that right now?
With Deshaun?
Yeah.
No, with Philo by week 3.
Florida, week
Listen,
3.
he's not going to look terrible against FAU or
I
Campbell.
wouldn't think so.
He better be the starter by week 3.
Bro, but the thing is, we don't.
I guess what I'm simply saying is 60 minutes of Philo.
Will
what
he
you
be
could
the
look
starter
forward to.
after week 3
Yeah.
is really the question.
Let me tell you
Like
something.
after Auburn.
If Tramel Jones goes in there in both those games when he plays and lights it up, at the very least, there's going to be pause there to think, all right,
that's my question.
If Philo struggles a little bit against Auburn, that's what I said earlier. If he struggles a little bit against Auburn,
short leash.
Yes, because look, he's in a situation right now. I know it's year 1, and I know you're like, it's just year 1. They just need to show improvement. No, he knows he's got to win, and that's look. His whole deal is I'm going to put the bet. And he told me this spring, I'm going to put the best guys on the field. I don't care who's been here, who hasn't been here. The best guys are going to play.
But you know, quarterbacks are emotional creatures. If you got 2, you ain't got 1. All right, so you gotta ride with that kid, even if he struggles.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. He can't be looking over his shoulder every play, saying, "I got to play good here, or I'm getting pulled."
I don't disagree with you, but also if you're in a situation where you're competing and it's close,
yeah.
Excuse me, which I assume it was, because it's been close all spring, and he's talked about how close it's been all offseason, and now they're competing to lead the team in the offseason. So if it's that close, yeah, I mean, I think you're in a situation, right? He is in a situation in his first year where he's like, I've got to find my quarterback, and not just for this year, but this year and moving forward as well, because these are both young guys.
Yeah, and plus you can recruit off of it if you do make a decision and the offense looks the way Gator fan and the future recruit wants to walk into a setting where he knows he can make plays. So it's all got to look good. They got to score points. They got to get down the field. They got to make it exciting for the player, not just the fan, but for the player in the offense to thrive and shine. And we'll find out whether or not that's going to be an Aaron Philo or a Tramel
Yeah, I
Jones.
mean, my guess is that Auburn game is going to be a grind either. It doesn't matter who's playing. That's going to be a brutal game.
That's, like I said, going to be a lot of head knocking in that game. You're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to try and, just like every other SEC talking point is, you got to own the line of scrimmage. Who's going to dominate it? Who's going to be able to knock people off the ball and get a run game going? Well, Florida's got a running back. They've got more than one, in fact, but they need to make sure that they've got the bigs up front to get the job done.
Well, let's say he struggles and y'all pull out a win against Auburn. You're 3-0. You got Ole Miss at home.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make that move with Tremaine.
No. If he's winning.
Yeah,
but I'm saying if he they start with FAU. If he throws a couple picks early against FAU and Tramel Jones comes in, they go right down the field. What are you going to do?
Right. So that's my
different. Yeah.
That was my original question. Basically, is you said short leash, and I tend to agree with you.
Well, you could tell by the way he said it. JJ, play that clip again. You can tell by the way he's very much couching this decision.
Yeah, I'll play the longer version right here.
We are moving forward with the quarterback situation. Aaron Philo is going to go with the ones more than anyone. Doesn't mean Tramel won't get some with the ones. He's still going to get some. But as we prepare for game one, Aaron Philo, we are preparing for him to be the starter for week one. There will not be some crazy big hoopla around in our building. It's just how we're moving forward. I've met with both guys, met with them both yesterday afternoon at about 4:45. Both are awesome. Both fully understand and see where we are in the competition. And, I'm excited about the room.
So you have to, one guy's got to start getting the majority of the first team reps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's decided to go with Philo. He's made it very clear that Tramel Jones is still getting first team reps. Now, it'll probably be like 80-20, but he's still going to get out there and get first team reps because, again, if Philo throws 2 picks early against Florida A&M, guess who's Florida FAU?
FAU.
Yeah, but that's just to appease him. Be honest with you, because usually the backup quarterback usually runs the scout team.
Yeah, but listen to what you guys said earlier in the show. You brought up Faulkner, you brought up Haynes King, and Matt said this guy's going to be a willing runner. And if that's the case, nobody's as tough as Haynes King. Like, Philo could easily go down with an injury if that's the offense that they're going to be running. So you want to have a guy who's prepared.
Yeah, I firmly believe
behind him
that Haynes was Haynes. And
they're not going to run as much with this guy.
Right, but they're still going to run with the quarterback.
They will run with the quarterback. There's no doubt there.
And this is almost like a slap, and I don't mean it this way, but it devolved into Haynes run left, Haynes run right, Haynes up the middle, because it was one of the most successful and high percentage things you could play call. Well, Buster's not like that stylistically. He over his time of calling plays either in the SEC or the ACC, he doesn't just do that. Like Herb, if you go back to his offense, what was Herb? Herb was a spread where he had to have a willing runner, and he was going to try and mash you and mash you and mash you. That isn't necessarily what Faulkner as a whole, from an offensive play caller point of view, wants to do. He wants to be able to.
He did last year, but not. I think
as a whole.
Not
and the year before that.
They've meshed a couple systems right now is what they've done.
Right.
And they're trying to be balanced, obviously, but they want to throw the ball. They they want to run.
Because let's not forget
but
this.
they're not going to give up on throwing the ball.
Wide receiving
they have as good a group as there is in college football. Mm-hmm. And you better
if you're going like 3 deep, 4 deep, they're as good as anybody.
Yeah, it's like this is what we talk about. You're obviously trying to win football games.
You got to get the ball in those guys' hands.
Trying to recruit off of this too. Everything is part and parcel of what you
He's
put.
Trying to win games.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He don't give a damn about recruiting right now.
You got to hear me. That's the first thing I said. But you are trying to showcase what it is that you do, so others
and those
are interested.
2 things go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly. Part and parcel is how I said it, and that's basically you want to win football games, get on the scoreboard, and look damn good doing it. And then you'll have other
winning
guys
games is recruiting.
You got VB3, you got Dallas, you've got Singleton.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 3 legit dudes that you got to get the ball to.
Yeah. All right, 641-1010. You guys hit the text line. Design my lifetime of closures. It is week 0. Florida State is in action this weekend. We will be looking at a handful of games at the very least for week 0 that we'll be breaking down. We got some Jaguar ball that we will get into. What stood out Friday night? It was not a pretty game at all, but we at least hit a couple of high notes coming up in just a bit on XL Primetime, a Mokama Beer Company Monday.
You're in the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio on XL Primetime. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Problems, pick Porter.
When you need a lawyer,
Pick smart.
pickporter.com.
DUI, pick Porter. Divorce, pick Porter. Criminal or injury law, pick smart.
pickporter.com.
Problems, pick Porter.
When you need a lawyer,
And that concludes the Joe C. Jack of all trades show. Tune in next week where I'll be installing my own French drain.
Joe, wake up, man.
Hey, John, I must have dozed off.
We finished those projects you started.
Whoa, my seamless gutters are actually seamless.
And they're connected into underground PVC drain lines.
And my sprinklers. Wow, look at that coverage.
Next time, just call me first, Joe.
I will, but I ain't singing that song.
Clearwater irrigation
and drainage too.
25 weeks comes down to this.
You ready?
3 wide under the lights. 0 margin for error. Everything on the line. Flirting with 200 miles per hour in the place where this journey began. Race 26, the final hunt for a spot in the chase. The Coke Zero Sugar 400 weekend at Daytona, August 28th through 29th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hey, poker fans, the tables are hot at Best Bet.
And the jackpots are growing. Hit the tables and chase the growing jackpots at select table games at all Best Bet locations.
Plus, enjoy daily tournaments and high hand promotions and plenty of ways to win every day.
Whether you're playing your favorite table games or joining a power tournament, the excitement is always building.
Get all the details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com/careers to find out more.
A no-risk, all-rewards path to real weight loss? Awaken 180 is so confident in your success, if you're not happy with your results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. No risk, every reward. Awaken180weightloss.com.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Aguilar drops on 3rd and about 2. Fires middle of the field. That one's going to be caught inside the 10-yard line. That's Pena, broke a tackle to the 5-yard line, to the pylon, touchdown. Trevor Pena with a touchdown. A 29-yard score on a pass from Joey Aguilar.
Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
They definitely got it going on up there. Big doings at Mocama Beer Company. We'll be telling you about it. You can get a little rock and roll in your life along with one of those cold pints. You can definitely check out Mocama.com for everything that they do have happening. But that was Trevor Pena in the back of the end zone with the fireman. Okay, just firing as he was basically kind of a late night highlight. 9 of 10 for Joey Aguilar. What'd you think?
What do you mean late night highlight?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
It's a late night highlight.
He was playing against the same guys Bradley was playing against.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I do. You could tell.
Okay, of course.
Bad is bad.
I mean, he was 9 of 10. Yeah, I mean, you talking about the guys he had to go up against?
I'm saying you got to give Joey Smokes a little credit. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, back in.
How do you even interpret that I'm not giving him any credit? Are you kidding
the way
me?
you said it, it was kind of like a.
It was a late night highlight.
A late night highlight.
Yeah.
I love Joey Smokes. Okay?
I know you do, which I'm a little surprised by.
Yeah, and so I'm not.
You actually gave him that name.
I'm certainly not tearing him down, but the fireman did come out and provide some fireworks.
He can only play against the players that he plays against.
Right. And it's funny because, like, we were just talking just a second ago, Fernando Mendoza, is he going to start? Is it going to be Kirk Cousins? What are they doing in Vegas? And if he trots out as the starter in a game, you expect most of the starters to play alongside him. So I really don't know how far we get into a game, if it's third quarter, fourth quarter, how many of those dudes do factor in.
What did you call them? What did you call them in the pre-show meeting? It's just such a slander. Go ahead. Let me hear.
Look, I love
you said
them
they're
all.
UPS guys.
I love them all. What can Brown do for you? I love them all. But,
which is also, by the way, a slander. There are great UPS guys that are out there busting their tail.
They're busting their
That's what I said. Most of these guys aren't even qualified to be UPS drivers. Are you serious? That's like a legit job.
Yeah.
Next week's
the name of FedEx.
These guys are going to be like high school assistant coaches next week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true.
No, they're future sharks is what they are. Or UFLers. XFLers, whatever they're called.
I'll come on the dark side. I really have.
Because, you're way worse than us.
Because when I was a player, I was supportive of these guys.
Damn right.
Motivational speaker, talking to them, patting them on the back. Now I'm up here just legally assaulting them because that's
you are assaulting them too.
Verbally
assaulting them.
It's funny because, and I don't remember who I was talking to Jeff Clark.
Yeah.
And he is a former PGA Tour golfer, a great guy, diehard Jaguar fan. And he was at practice the other day. And I said, people can't really fully understand what it's like to be, I don't know, number 350 in the world in the game of golf.
Mm-hmm.
You're a professional golfer, but you are shopping at Smaldy's in between tour starts, doing everything
you're
you
on the
possibly
Asian
can.
tour or something.
Yeah, you're
World
everywhere.
Tour, maybe.
You're PGA Tour Latino America.
Exactly.
You're up in Canada. You're the Australasian.
You're dealing with toilet paper and cereal on the same aisle?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're going to Aldi.
And you're doing whatever you possibly can to hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the exact same thing is true with, say, 65 or what is the number now? They have a 53-man roster, and I think maybe either a 12 or a 16-player practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
After that, all those dudes are doing everything they can.
Bro, they don't want to let go.
To be noticed.
Bro, when I had to retire, I didn't want to let go. I mean, I had played 11 years, and all of a sudden they tell me I'm not good enough anymore.
That's a hell of a thing.
Bro, that's a hard pill to swallow. And you're talking about kids that have been playing since Pop Warner.
Mm-hmm.
Now they go to the NFL. They were probably high school all-stars, big dog in college. They get to the NFL, they can't make a team.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to deal with the fact that rejection is real. They deal with it.
Right.
And there's nowhere to go.
Bro, you're 22, 23 years old. You've been playing this all your life, and someone says, hey, you're not good enough anymore.
Exactly. And that's why.
And then you got some guy saying you're going to be a UPS man.
Listen, in baseball, you can play in the minors and make a living for till you're in your 30s.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In basketball, you can go play in Europe or in Asia, in the Middle East, or wherever as a professional and make a living.
Yeah.
This is the only country that plays football.
Right.
Well, you can go back to college football and make a living.
LSU, we're seeing a tight end do that right now.
If you're who is it? Daquan? Who is it that's coming back?
Yes.
Once he got released.
Daquan Wright.
Yeah, Daquan Wright released by
who asked
Cleveland.
for a release.
And he's the first. He is now a piece of history.
So he was at Ole Miss, and now he's going back to play with LSU.
He was waived by the Browns. He has to clear waivers. If he clears waivers, he's going to sign with Ole Miss.
Oh, he's signing with Ole Miss.
I thought it was LSU.
Sorry,
LSU, but he played at Ole Miss.
Excuse me, yes.
Yeah, he played for Lane, and he's following Lane.
Following Lane, correct.
And so he is right now, he could be the first, and that'll be a name you'll hear a bunch. If he is the guy, the first ever that you can name to come out of a NFL training camp, get waived by a team. At the very least, he did get waived, so now he's just kind of floating around. And as we just said, if nobody claims him, he's going to go right back to college because of the TRO, the temporary restraining order.
So what's going to stop a player who has 2 years of NFL experience and 2 years of college experience decide I can make more money in college and go back and play football to college?
Just one judge's decision.
Yeah, exactly. And it may stay, at least for the right now, at least for the here and now.
Yeah.
What was the latest ruling, Matt, after the TRO came out?
For God's sakes, are you really ready for this? All right, so the initial one was in Colorado. It allowed the 16 players to play. So that's what had everybody talking about Jack Pyburn.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Then that ruling got stayed. Okay? The NCAA said, yes, thank you, JJ. So those guys are on hold. Then 33 more players got approved in Louisiana. I told you guys, there's the Field of 68 last Friday had this graphic of the different states and their different rulings and how many guys are eligible because of the rulings.
Mm-hmm.
Like the NCAA is literally trying to put out fires with every different ruling, and they can't.
No.
So these guys are eligible.
Impossible.
Right, and no one's going to they're not going to get a blanket from any appeals court. It's not going to happen. They won't be able to do it in time. So I don't know why they haven't done it yet. I don't know why they wouldn't do it. Why they wouldn't just say these guys are good to go. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
They're good to go. Everybody from 2022 is now good to go. I don't know how it's affecting or how they think it's going to affect high school sports moving forward because they're already there. The rosters are already there, right? If these guys add a couple players, it's on them then to cut their roster down from 105 to whatever. And more times than not, it's more than likely not going to be a high school guy that they cut.
Right.
It'll be some other guy from the transporter that's not what they thought what he was.
And they are being cast off left and right. Like we said, there are guys that are it's a classic.
There's still 1,000 or more guys in the portal right now.
It's a classic no man's land. You're out there and no one will like, quote, I have entered the portal. Well, when are you going to leave the portal? Someone's got to want you.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in no man's land. You're just sitting there going, is anyone going to take me?
These are guys in the portal that have been taken by not only FBS, but FCS schools too.
Yeah, it really is a hell of a thing. That's the unintended consequences that we keep talking about. That's for sure. All right, we'll get back into a little quarterback talk a little bit later on. Quarterback whisper rolling in, Denny Thompson at the top of the hour. But a couple of other things that have been floating around either the exhibition season for the NFL or the college football world we will get into. Mocama Beer Company. Don't forget, you can check them out right there in beautiful Fernandina Beach, South 8th Street. They have got delicious craft beer that they are brewing regularly, and they've got so many other things, including concerts coming up. Check out mocama.com.
XL Primetime from the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio. Transforming outdoor spaces, elevating everyday living.
He's been dominant here throughout the evening at Daytona.
The NASCAR Coke Zero Sugar 400, the Saturday night summer special at Daytona. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. On 1010XL.
I'm Matt Lennon with AB Signs. Every day, your company vehicle is on the road. Is it bringing you customers? I turn trucks, trailers, and storefronts into powerful advertising. Make your business impossible to miss with AB Signs.
Frank Frangie here. The deals at Nimnik Buick GMC have never been better. This month, save up to $16,000 off a new GMC Sierra truck, the kind I drive, and I love it. Or save more than $6,000 on a new Buick SUV. Plus, 0% financing for 60 months is now available. With the largest selection of new Buicks and GMCs in the region, why would you go anywhere else? Shop online at NimnikBuickGMC.com or head to the showroom off Phillips Highway. Great prices, great interest rates. Who takes care of you? Really takes care of you? Nobody but Nimnik. GMC, we are professional grade.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web. Precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, here to share with you an actual client review.
Dude, these shirts are sick.
Check out the shirts and other sick promo items at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
I'm Rick Ballou. Something big is coming September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration for sports fans. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, including right here in Florida. One app, every sport. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era. Remember the date, September 2nd. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL, spend $5 and get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code 1010XL in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim. Issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo. Nationwide based on sportsbook predictions and free-to-play sports contest availability varies by state.
Good people drink good beer, and great people drink Mocama, a refined craft brewery out of Fernandina Beach, Florida. Mocama Beer Company brings sophisticated flagship beers, including Cosmico IPA and Dune Garden Lager, to the greater Jacksonville area. Whether you're hitting the water with friends or enjoying a backyard barbecue, Mocama has the perfect pair for your summer activities. Look for us wherever great beers are sold and find your Mocama.
When you're injured, you need more than legal advice. You need someone who truly cares. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, I take pride in what we do. You're never just another case. We take the time to listen, guide you through the process, and fight for your recovery every step of the way. And remember, you pay nothing unless we win. Zip, nada, nothing. Learn more at CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campion, Campion Law.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mocama. Check out their great craft in the tap room in Fernandina Beach.
Matt, you can go back in time with your rock and roll brain right there. Yeah. You love it.
Little Starship.
So they will be in concert at Mocama Beer Company.
Nice.
So
Time for love.
there you go. You can be a front man.
I can be better than Stephen Pierce.
I was about to say, you sound better than Rat.
Yeah. Jefferson Starship and John Waite.
That's Mickey. What's his last name?
Not sure.
Great voice. You know, he's the original Elvin Bishop lead singer too. Fooled Around and Fell in Love.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey Thomas is the name, I think.
Okay.
Is that right? No, is that the Beatles guy?
I can't recall.
I think it is Mickey Thomas.
Matt, were you air guitar or air drums with the flowing locks back in the day?
I played guitar.
Did you play guitar?
Not good, but I played it.
Oh, okay.
I was air drum.
Air drums?
Yes. Oh, yes. So they will have Jefferson Starship and John Waite on the grounds at Mocama Beer Company.
And John Waite.
Yeah, and John Waite.
Nice.
And so they're going to set it all up. They'll bring in kind of the event venue set up. They'll have the stage on site. You can come in, party, hang out. They've got all the details at Mocama.com. You'll be able to go enjoy it mid-October, October 17th. Doors open at 5:30.
It is Mickey Thomas.
John Waite, huh?
It is Thomas? All right, that's a good poll. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I bet his voice is better than Stephen Pierce's, I can tell you that.
What were you going to say, sir?
No, I'm saying John Waite, that's missing you, right?
Yeah.
See, that's a good poll. Both of you guys.
John
man.
Waite, by the way, was one of the guys that Van Halen talked about replacing David Lee Roth.
They made the right decision when they went with Sammy.
They did.
Van Hagar was a hit. It was more than just a thing. But yeah, John Waite would have been good too. So they've got it cooking up there at Mocama. So make sure you check them out, Mocama.com, Mocama Beer Company. So we were just talking about the idea of Keelan Russell being named the starter for the Crimson Tide. And I think all of Tide Nation out there, Leon, they know there's pressure on Kalen DeBoer. They know DeBoer needs to deliver in big ball games. They got to have a better running game, better line of scrimmage than they have been able to rely on, really, if you add up the last couple of seasons. So if they figure that out, how good can Keelan Russell be?
I mean, he can be as good as the guys in front of him. This Bama, me saying this about Bama, Bama just needs to toughen up on both sides of the ball. That's just the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
They got 5 stars everywhere, all right, on both sides of the ball, and they just haven't been as productive as the Saban era. The Saban era, this is new to me because when Nick was there, this team was big, was physical, ground and pound. You never had had exceptional quarterbacks, receivers, running backs,
right?
And they still have that there, but for whatever reason, it's the substitute teacher. I'm telling you, it has to be because the drop off is just.
You know what's
crazy.
funny is I heard somebody on ESPN the other day, like 2 days ago, was talking about how the culture is different now, and I'm thinking, what do you think Saban left?
Right? Why would you?
What kind of culture do you think Nick Saban left?
Well, the other part I'm thinking of it. Why would you change the culture? And I know what you're saying.
They're doing everything they can to protect this cat. At the end of the day, he's lost 8 games in his first 2 years.
Yes, I don't know that. I think what they're doing, the same for any fan base. When you're not sure you got it right or you're pretty sure you got it wrong, all you can do is hang on for dear life until they get rid of him.
If Lane loses 8 games in his first 2 years, they might run him off.
Hold on, we have to talk about what you just said because yes, Saban left, but we remember the culture when Saban left was terrible. Remember the USF game? There was like a coup on the sideline. They'd wanted a certain starter. It was a mess. They were like down in that game.
That was Milroe
That was
versus
the last season. That was
not
Ty Simpson and Milroe. Dude, the culture at Bama was not.
You're out of your mind if you think the culture was bad at Bama. You're out of your mind.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we all remember that happening in the last season, don't we? And Saban was like, I can't deal with this crap anymore.
Right.
These players don't listen. I'm out.
So here's how I'm putting both of these together because I do think it eroded to the point where basically Nick said, I'm out.
Nick said I'm out because of college football.
I know, but this is a product of what was going on, the NIL. And I told the classic story. A player walks up to him and says,
"You guys, if J.C. Latham makes a block, they beat Michigan, and Michigan doesn't even win the national title, okay?"
We know that, but we're talking about why Nick left, okay? That's
Nick
what
left
we're talking
because
about.
He's tired of where it was headed.
Tell the story you're about to tell. I love this.
All right, go ahead.
And this classic story was one player comes up to him and goes, first off, I need a bump, okay? I need to get up to, and this was measly numbers back then, I need to get up to $800,000. I'm playing defensive line for you. I need to get up to $800,000. And I need you to get my girlfriend a job as well.
Where did you hear this from?
This was one of those T-Town urban legends, okay?
Look, he's just talking about stuff he reads on Reddit. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, and so it's one of the classic stories, okay? And look, I'm
Made
around
up or whatever.
Yeah, these Tide people all the time, and so that's one of the classic stories. And it wasn't the exact moment that.
What did Nick say to this situation?
Well, I've also heard Nick Saban say on TV that like, hey, when I ended. I would go and recruit these kids, and they, before any discussion was made, they'd be like, "This is how much money I need to make."
That's the way it is now. That's the way they all are now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and you need to get my girl a scholarship.
That's not the Alabama culture. That's
that's a different argument.
So here's what I wanted to get back to. This is the mesh point, okay? Because the culture that Nick had was winning. That's what it was.
Yes.
And he was so good at telling all these guys, hey, what you did last week doesn't matter. You need to do it again. And he was just a great motivator to where he always had a team that was ready to compete at the highest level. And Leon, you know, obviously, what this feels like when you've got it going. Well, then the other part of what was happening in college football started to permeate Tuscaloosa and his locker room and his players. And that's when he started to say, you know what? This is probably not for me anymore. And that's when he decided to exit. But he had created the culture.
Well, I mean, Nick wasn't ready to evolve. I mean, he was in the era he had to deal with. You're going to have to start paying. You've had the luxury of not paying players for so long and being the dominant program. But now the NIL, there's a reason why dinosaurs are extinct, all right? You either evolve or die, all right?
Yeah.
And Nick, I don't think it was ready for kids.
He didn't want to give up the power.
Exactly.
Do you want to do a locker room on this one? You want to do a locker room on this one? I think this might be worthy of a locker room.
Now, the Lemon Pepper Locker Room with Leon Searcy, served up by Wingstop. Join Club Wingstop now for 5 free boneless wings at 1010XL.com/Wingstop.
All right. Wingstop has the new hot honey mustard dip. In addition to the Carolina Golden and Jamaican Jerk as a part of the flavor rodeo, guests can enjoy a limited time dipping option. Hot honey mustard dip. This bold blend of hot honey seasoning and honey mustard will be available throughout the promotion.
I just love the
dirty to me, and
I
I
love
like
the
it.
what rodeo? The flavor rodeo. The flavor
rodeo.
rodeo.
Yes, absolutely.
That's some quality writing right there.
It is. Yes, it is.
All right, jump in.
So, I was just speaking on Nick Saban. I mean, listen, these coaches, they love power. They love to be able to assess to players. Look back in the day, where either you, because they used to dangle your scholarship.
Yeah, I got your scholarship.
I got your scholarship right here. I used to have coaches at Miami tell me, we're going to send you back home, so you back home to frying fish. They used to say that kind of stuff, okay? So I'm just telling you, the temperament of the coaches.
Forget about delivering freight. You were frying fish.
You're going to be back home frying fish. Keep it up, right? So these coaches are in situations right now where kids are knocking on doors in offices, kicking their feet up on the table saying, hey, coach, man, I need a bump. I need an extra meal. I mean, you saw my stats last year. I mean, I had 1,100 yards receiving, 10 touchdowns, whatever it may be. And these coaches aren't used to that. They're used to having their thumb on the heartbeat of the team. They've lost it somehow. And you just got to evolve. Got to evolve with the fact that these players have gotten a little bit more power than they've had in the past. And some abuse it.
Right.
Some abuse it, but coaches been
majority do, yeah.
Coaches been abusing it for forever.
Yep.
Now some get back. I don't feel sorry for them. Get used to it.
It is a whole new world, and it's funny that Dabo was thought to be the one that would tap out and move on, and Nick, in a lot of ways, just said, you know what, this ain't for me, and he had accomplished so dang much. So
it's easy when you're the greatest coach of all time to
you
leave.
can ride off, and age range and everything. Obviously, they're not the same dude, but they both
he could leave without it making look like I'm leaving.
Right.
You know, he could just be like, I'm old, I'm
he
retiring.
just said, this ain't for me. And
he made it very clear why he was leaving.
Right. And I totally get why he did, but he also left it in great hands. And so the next guy that was coming in, back to Matt's original argument, is that you can't lose that many games at that place with everything that was in place. Just think of what was in place. And yet here they are, not just wondering, worrying that they got the wrong guy.
I don't know how, like I've said this before and I'll say it again. Signetti and DeBoer showed up at the same places at the same time. One of them showed up at the best program in college football. The other one showed up at the worst program in college football. It's by wins and losses, the worst program in college football. Right. One of them went 27-2, and the other one went 20-8.
Yeah. All right. You guys jump in, especially if you're Bama fans. 641-1010, hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. We roll into the 1 o'clock hour on a Mokama Beer Company Monday. Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer, coming up.
From the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio, XL Primetime. Celebrating our slice of paradise.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Duval's home for sports conversation. 1010XL.
We have bigger rolls of carpet, hardwood too, laminates, hot area rugs for you. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Our prices are low, 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 low. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Don't delay, we'll put it in next day. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Y'all don't see us now, you hear? At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Visit one of our mega flooring stores or go to carpetman.biz or
call 838-6705, the Carpet Man.
Get ready for PGA Tour champions to return to Hammock Beach Golf Resort and Spa for the 2026 Constellation Furyk and Friends, October 9th to 11th.
Hey everyone, this is Jim Furyk. Join us this fall for world-class golf, incredible food, live music, and an unforgettable weekend on the iconic Ocean Course.
Plus, don't miss country music star Billy Currington live at the Furyk Foundation concert on Friday, October 9th. For tickets and info, visit ConstellationFurykandFriends.com.
Make more birdies with pointers from the pros on Brunch with the Tour with Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser.
Tour news, tips, and inside info.
Teed up on Clearwater Irrigation and North Florida Medical Centers. Tuesday morning at 8:30.
Call a timeout for the new Smoke and Honey Melts at Firehouse Subs. Choose flame-seared shaved steak or grilled chicken breast, peppers, caramelized onions, melted provolone, chipotle, honey dressing, and mayo. All on a toasted sub roll, only at Firehouse Subs.
Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Alan Tyre with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners Bill Pappas and Ken Rimley want to thank all of our clients, CPAs, attorneys, bankers, and real estate agents who refer us business every day. If you're ready to purchase, build, or refinance your home, call Trustline Mortgage, your hometown mortgage source since 1989. Call us today at 904-381-LOAN, TrustlineMortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Trustline Mortgage, NMLS 331480. Alan Tyre, NMLS 246490. Bill Pappas, NMLS 218443. Ken Remley, NMLS 246445.
It's back to school season. Get a brand new fence from Superior Fence and Rail. For a limited time, get free takedown and haul away of your old fence. A $500 value with your new fence purchase. Offer valid on residential projects of 100 plus linear feet. Call today or visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com. SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you.
College football is back, and so are the predictions. Who makes the playoffs? Who wins their conference? Who takes home the Natty? On Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform, you can trade those predictions in a live market. Will North Carolina beat TCU this weekend in Ireland? Right now, the Tar Heels are currently trading at 27%. That means a $100 trade would pay out $352 if they're victorious. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there is no house. And that's important. And as the probability changes, you can buy into and out of your position. Gives you a flexibility that perhaps you're not used to. So trade the draft pick, trade the game, and more on Kalshi. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 and over only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by 5-Star Bath Solutions. The Jacksonville Jaguars open up the 2026 season at home against the Browns, and according to reports, Deshaun Watson will start at quarterback. You can catch the matchup between Cleveland and Jacksonville right here on 1010XL beginning at 8 a.m. Right now, 91 degrees at 102. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Aaron Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson. Driven by George Moore Chevrolet.
And Encore Research Group.
1, 2, 3.
All right, he is under center, or at the very least inside the 1010XL studios. Denny Thompson joins us now. What's up, bro?
Oh, man, living the life.
Yeah, living the dream.
You know, we have amazing jobs. I just noticed that RJ is wearing a basketball jersey and slides. Like,
well, why do you got to put him out there like that?
It's great.
The audience can't see that.
Yeah, they can. Yes,
no,
they
but
can.
not a slide.
Yeah, but he can go
It's
cash.
great.
Yeah, up or lower, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he'll rock a jersey on you.
Yeah, he can pull it off.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
Sometimes fake, but
he never gets in the paint, though.
He
Leon.
does. Every once in a while, he'll have that knockoff jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Those slides were real.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Leon, does he ever get in the paint? RJ?
No, he's a chucker. He don't want that heat down the middle.
No.
Don't for the big boys.
He definitely stands on the perimeter and chucks.
Yeah, he's a chucker.
All right, so we got the quarterback whisperer in, and one of the things we obviously were talking about, the big quarterback battles that are going on.
Yeah.
And Summerall, I don't know if you can find the soundbite again, JJ, but he named the Florida Gator head coach, John Summerall, named Aaron Philo as his starter. Now, usually when you hear someone being named a starter, you like to hear some good complimentary language to back it up.
Okay.
Listen to this.
We are moving forward with the quarterback situation. Aaron Philo is going to go with the ones more than anyone. Doesn't mean Trammell won't get some with the ones. He's still going to get some. But as we prepare for game one, Aaron Philo, we are preparing for him to be the starter for week one.
I love it.
Huge endorsement.
I actually love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's I don't know, man. There's this, when you have a true competition at quarterback, I think part of that competition, if it's remotely close, part of that competition has to include game time.
Yeah.
Has to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a tension that exists, especially in college, and this is every position, but especially quarterback, because there's only one of them, of once you name a starter, what happens with the other guy?
Does he lose all the air in his balloon and just give up? Or?
There's that. And I'm talking like even program-wise, like what are you investing? And I'm not saying Florida. This is around the country right now. What are you investing in your backup? How are you investing in your backup? Because you also have a young kid.
Right.
And this is, again, every school. So how are you developing that when you name a starter before your week one opponent? And if you don't have like a for sure thing, I actually love this approach because now let's put a little pressure on the kid. Let's let him know he can't let off the gas. At the same time, Trammell, you're doing everything right. Keep pushing. You're both going to get in a game, and let's see what happens. And I think that's what an actual competition looks like.
I see what you're saying, Denny, and I know quarterbacks can be delicate beings, okay? They're very delicate beings, all right? Emotional sometimes. But if you have a short leash on one and you're telling him, hey, first signs of screwing up, you know you got this guy behind you that's going to take – don't you want the quarterback to have more of a relaxed environment where this is my job, I'm leading the Florida Gators for the next 12 games to the promised land?
I used to be 100% with you. And now what I've realized is there's so much pressure on that position, whether you are the one at – like if you are Carson Beck last year who had there was no question he was going to be the one. A ton of pressure on that position. You better learn how to play with pressure, right? And if you can't do that, I need to know that. You know what I mean? Like I can't hand over my locker room to you if you don't take this thing over without me giving you a big hug and saying, "Hey, buddy, go screw up as much as you want to." I used to be 100% with you, but this thing's a pressure cooker now, man. And so like you got to. There's two signals you're sending here. You're telling one guy you're winning the competition, but you can't let up.
Right.
But you're telling all the other guys, we're going to play the best person.
Stay in it.
Yes. Don't leave. We're going to figure out a way to get you reps, and we're going to play the best person. And oh, by the way, whenever that best person hits, all of you other ones, you also need to keep working because we're setting the precedent that we will always play the best person.
But in Carson's case, Carson's resume was complete.
What I'm saying is, even though when you get to that, there's still the pressure.
I got you.
Like, how do you
I'm
create?
saying like Philo and Trammell, they don't have any they don't have no big resume.
Right.
No.
They haven't been no big games. They haven't had to go to Alabama and win.
No.
And play in, all that kind of stuff.
No, it's like being a dad. It's like, how do I create stressful situations and pressure so that when it truly
JJ's already
is
putting
that,
Sophia through some workouts.
when it truly is that, they're built for it.
Well,
Like
she has to watch
I gotta
the
find
Braves
ways
every night. So.
you got to find ways to do that.
Yeah. By the way, bro, I don't think Alabama's a big pressure situation anymore.
Another shot at the time.
It's just the middle of the road SEC.
Yep, this is his campaign. Keep an eye on.
He's in mid-season form right now with the shots.
Wow.
So
this guy thinks Florida State's going to be Bama again.
No, I said they're going to scare the hell out of him. I'll tell you that.
Right.
I agree with you, but I also think it's also part and parcel of, and I've said this before, I think there's probably 4 guys, Kirby, Signetti, Ryan Day, and Freeman, and everybody else, you are on the hot seat. Everybody. And I mean, because of the money that's being spent right now, because of, I think you have to look at it this way, okay? The House case gave everybody $20 to $23 million to pay for players, okay? Most football teams took 75% of that. So that's $17 million.
Right.
Okay?
Ate up a lot of
that's
it.
$17 million. If you're telling me that LSU and Texas are at $50 million right now, that's $33 million in private NIL money.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That's being paid to these players.
Yeah.
That's not going to the schools, not going to the athletic departments, not going to wherever it typically used to go. Now it's going right to players. I don't think they have patience anymore with coaches. It's look,
and that's where the pressure.
It's look. Well, we're paying you to find these guys, and we're paying these players a lot of money. We'll just give you whatever it costs to buy you out, because at the end of the day, we need to win, and we're spending a lot of money on players right now.
Yeah, I think there's like each situation is so different. When you look at Florida's situation, I mean, he's got great job security right now. he's also setting a precedent of what he wants his team to look like.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think he's using this quarterback competition to do that. But like to stay away from the people you named, I would put Mario and Dan Lanning squarely in that list too. They're not on any type of hot seat.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like
my point is, there's a small group.
Right, it's not many.
That's untouchable right now.
Yeah, it's not many. It's not many, but they're also like Lincoln Riley. People just kind of trust what he says about the quarterback. So he can name a starter whenever he wants to name a starter.
And you believe it.
Yeah.
You're like,
There's
okay,
very
that's
little
the
talk
dude.
about it, right? Yeah. You very, but
yeah,
but
they go 7-5 this year. He's not going
to. But to the quarterback position specifically, and the way he handles that room,
agree.
You know what I mean?
Agree.
But outside of those guys, like it's such a big decision and such a it to your point, it makes or breaks your team. Your whole roster. That $50 million you spend is irrelevant if you missed on that quarterback position. You know? And so you might as well not only push it as far as you can, but you need to develop behind it. And that's where people are screwing up right now. The guys like Kirby, they're developing behind it, right? But everybody else is like, it's hard. You can't develop behind it when you're going and getting a portal guy and you've promised this other 5-star kid and you've got this. It's just so hard.
And that's why you're hearing the Marios of the world mention the recruit more than this go around than he has before. The other part of it is that you now can place demands on these guys, but the portal also still gives the player power. And so, because they don't have any regulations that's going to keep them from walking if they want to.
I think there's a misconception about this, though. I think if you went to every player in the portal, like right when they go in, and you ask them, did you want to go in the portal? 90% or no.
And the only reason they did is because they weren't getting playing.
They weren't getting playing time, or they felt like, there had been a coaching change, there had been a change to who recruited them, things like that.
Right.
I think, especially at
or they wanted to get paid.
Yeah.
Like Josh Hoover.
Right.
TCU couldn't pay.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm putting that as a little different class, right?
Yeah.
But most guys go to the school wanting to go to that school. They went to that school for a reason, and they want to be developed, and then they find themselves in a situation where it's like, wait a second. It's not that I'm blaming anybody, but I'm not getting any reps. I can't get developed. Like, what am I going to do? Stay here and waste away?
I think the other thing we've talked about, you got good coaching from start to finish.
Yeah.
There are guys that are basically you're giving up on them as coaches and not developing them the way it used to be, because they're moving on.
You have
they're
to.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I mean, it sucks for a high school kid because he's not given ample opportunity to grow. I mean, listen, I didn't play until my redshirt sophomore year because I wasn't ready. I was a backup my redshirt freshman year to a senior, but I needed that development to where now you put me in the game. Now the next 3 years I'm just starting.
That's right.
But a lot of these kids now, they get brought in. They give them a good year to develop. If not, then they go in the portal and replace.
That is a huge piece of what's happening.
No question, man. No question. I mean, and what's interesting is statistically, if you look at the draft the last couple of years, at the quarterbacks that are drafted in the first 4 rounds, the majority of those sat for 2 or 3 years in college.
Yeah.
The majority of them, right? Very few didn't, actually. But you can't tell a young kid that when he's going to a major college. He wants to get on the field in those first patience isn't a thing on the coach side. It's not a thing on the player side. It's not a thing on the representation side anymore. It's just gone.
Right.
It's not anybody's fault. It's gone everywhere, to y'all's point. To Matt's point, like, if I'm a linebacker coach and my 4th linebacker isn't nearly as good as 8 of those guys in the portal, then I got to find a way to get rid of you.
Right. Run them on. Which sucks.
Which is what they're all doing now. Believe me.
All right, so we'll keep going on this conversation. 641-1010. You guys hit the text line. Designed by Lifetime Enclosures, a Mokama Beer Company. Monday, Denny Thompson, the quarterback whisperer, hanging out with us. We'll definitely bring up starters versus backups in the preseason schedule before Denny's done as well.
XL Primetime from the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio.
1010XL.
Anybody hear that?
1010XL.
Fairly alarmed here. It's a
1010XL.
This is Mark Nato. My son Justin injured his hand playing baseball for JU.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist performed surgery just a few days later, and within 5 weeks, he was cleared to play in the ASUN baseball tournament. Our family has trusted Southeast Orthopedic Specialist for years. For any orthopedic injury, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialist take care of you too.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. We count football in weeks. Week 1, the bye, midseason. 10 weeks doesn't sound like much until you ask what can change in 10 weeks. That's the idea behind Reclaim by Awaken 180, a defined 10-week program with a clear beginning and a real finish line. I know that window can sound mean, but I lost 40 pounds in 10 weeks with Awaken 180. The scale wasn't the only number that mattered. My body fat percentage came down without a meaningful drop in muscle mass, because losing weight should mean losing fat, not simply chasing a smaller number. Think about this. The Jaguar season is almost here. When it reaches midseason, you can still be thinking about changing, or you can have 10 weeks behind you. That's why now makes sense. The season will move fast, and my results did too. Go to awaken180weightloss.com and ask about Reclaim. Find out how 10 weeks work, what the program involves, and whether it fits your goal. Week 1 is coming either way, everybody. Make the call, 844-346-1800, or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey, Hickett here on 1010XL. You watch those perfect fairways and greens on the golf course and think, man, I wish my yard looked like that. TopDressing.com brings pro-level turf care home. Their aeration plus organic top dressing service builds better soil and promotes the thick, healthy grass you see on TV. If you're in Jacksonville, get that championship look. Do like I did. Call 888-850-1850 or visit topdressing.com.
When you hear it from John Osher, you can be sure, cause O knows. Oh, yeah. Find out what he's heard about your favorite football team. Listen for Jacksonville's senior writer weekdays on 1010XL. Served up by Twin Peaks.
Feel a vibration in your steering wheel at highway speeds? That's not something to ignore, and a standard tire balance might not fix it. At G&H Tires and Service, they offer road force balancing, an advanced system that simulates how your tire actually performs on the road to detect hidden issues. It goes beyond traditional balancing to reduce vibration, improve handling, and extend the life of your tires. Newer vehicles, especially with low-profile tires, demand this level of precision. Drive smoother. G&H Tires and Service on Beach Boulevard, where your ride gets dialed in right.
At Beards Diamonds, diamonds are what we do best. But did you know Beards is also Jacksonville's source for the latest fashion jewelry for every occasion? Exquisite designer pieces, all new creations, the latest trends.
We've seen yellow gold be very, very popular right now. So the very dainty is in right now as far as little huggy earrings.
Ben Lupo and his father John are also seeing a big increase in demand for colored stones.
Colored stones are extremely popular right now. People like something different. Sapphire, ruby, and emerald, which we have a great selection of in the store, whether it be pendants, necklaces, earrings.
So if you're looking for an anniversary gift, a push present, or a just because gift, don't go to one of those corporate chain jewelers. Get more selection, higher quality, and better value at Beards.
When you walk in the door at Beards, you are paying less for a higher quality item, and it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
And don't forget, Beards now has an incredible selection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches, all the hard-to-find models. Beards Diamonds, Jacksonville's locally owned jeweler for over 4 decades, in the St. John's Town Center.
After an accident, the last thing you should worry about is how you are going to afford a lawyer. I'm Chris Campione, and at Campione Law, there are no upfront fees because we don't get paid unless you do. You heard that right. We don't get paid unless you do. Our team fights insurance companies every day to pursue the compensation our clients deserve. It's that simple. Get started at CampioneLaw.com. Offices, Jacksonville and St. Augustine.
Count on Campione, Campione Law.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Mondays on XL Primetime, brought to you by Mokama. Check out their great craft in the tap room at Fernandina Beach.
Big Surse immediately pulled out this big hit for John Wade. That's the softer side of Surse, right?
I was MTV, baby. I watch videos all freaking day.
Yeah.
By the way, we might have collectively screwed up on Starship.
Yeah. Collectively. I wasn't throwing names out.
All I said was Mickey Thomas is the lead singer, right? And then we kind of got into that. And apparently Mickey Thomas is also traveling as like Mickey Thomas in the music of Starship. And Starship is traveling separately without him.
But they're both in the same town at the exact same time.
Wow.
Musicians are so petty, dude. Like, they hate when they break up. They really break up.
It gets ugly.
Yeah.
It does.
Mickey Thomas's group apparently performed at the Florida Theater last night.
That's classic.
Wow.
Well, this concert is coming up in October. So you got
all right, good.
Okay.
All right. I hope
I thought it was the same week.
No.
That's not a Starship song. That's it.
So I was giving details out
Bishop,
earlier.
too.
Mid-October, okay, October 17th, Jefferson Starship, John Waite. They will be on the grounds of Mocama Beer Company right there in beautiful Fernandina Beach. You can find out about it and be part of it because it's definitely going to be a big time. That's for sure.
What's the Jags record by October 17th?
Oh, gosh. Denny, undefeated?
Sure.
7-0?
Sure. Well, they have played 7 games, by
I don't know. Maybe more.
September 12th, they're 1-0, okay? Because the Cleveland Browns just named Deshaun Watson as the starter. I don't know if I know you didn't watch a whole lot of preseason ball.
No.
But I did want to bring up some guys. Shador had 32 snaps Saturday afternoon. Deshaun had 21. Shador was 9 of 11, I believe was his stat line. And Deshaun was 5 of 12 for like 36 yards.
Yeah.
And they named him the starter off of that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I obviously heard the press conference as well.
Oh, yeah. Where Deshaun said everyone's booing him all the time. Well, guess what, pal? You did a lot of stuff that apparently people aren't into. And so,
that's an
some people find it morally reprehensible.
Exactly. So there's that.
No, I think they're just booing him because they probably like Shador better.
Maybe. There's also that. And Shador did play well in the first half, and Deshaun did not in the second half.
Yeah. That's a surprising thing. I mean, this whole quarterback competition stuff the last couple of years. It's just right when you feel like you know who's going to be the starter.
Right.
It never works out that way.
No.
Never works out that way. I found that if I have a really good feeling about one of our guys being a starter, I'm mostly wrong. It's the guys that I'm like, I don't know. It's going to be, and those are the ones that end up winning the job. But if I feel comfortable in it, it's like something's wrong. And this is another year that way, by the way. I won't go into details, but oh my gosh, yes.
Well,
we want details.
More than likely, Trevor probably won't play this week against Tampa. And you're talking about 3 preseason games and then 2 more weeks before week 1. Don't you want to see him in some kind of capacity of game situation?
I mean, I want to see him. I wonder how much of that is just kind of what the quarterback feels like they need. And I mean, because again, Trevor is a level of superstar in this. I mean, he was 3rd in the MVP voting last year.
He was top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen the bad of Trevor in the past, and so we kind of put that in there. But the reality of it is, if you take the last half of that season last year, he's arguably the best quarterback during that time period in the NFL, right? So I think he has earned the right to, like Josh Allen and a lot of guys, just say, hey, here's what I'm comfortable doing.
Yeah.
But Josh has played.
I understand.
Exactly.
No, I understand. But I say that
Trevor's
even
done
like
it
off
twice
season.
in like 2022 and then this past season where he had that 7-8 game stretch where you're like, whoa.
And when I say
second
Josh,
half of both seasons.
Yeah. Well, when I say Josh, and what I mean by the Josh is like, he gets back to training when he wants to get back to training. He's learned what's best for his body.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know if like that's what's going on here. If I were a coach who trusted my quarterback, I would listen to that.
Next couple of days are going to be real important because we're all going to be out there for the joint against Tampa, and we want to see how he does against that defense. And it is important because we've all watched, and it wasn't necessarily a spectacular training camp last year for him. He was throwing the ball to the other guy maybe a little too much, and there's still some of those mistakes happening. But at the same time, Liam wants to push him. He wants to get him to another level. But as I look at these numbers, I was showing them to Denny earlier, 11 of 30 starting quarterbacks have played this past weekend, but they only averaged 11 offensive snaps. So it's not like we're seeing them a ton.
I think you just hit the nail on the head, too, the joint practice thing, man.
That's the big deal.
Has that become more intense than the actual game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get a lot of good work in because it's one versus one.
Yeah, because I mean the preseason it's sloppy and it's bad execution. But when you're in practice, they get after it pretty good.
So if he's playing in 2 joint practices, that's probably the equivalent of the old school playing in 2 preseason games. I would assume. I don't know.
Well, you can't get tackled,
right? But total number of snaps.
It's true. You can't get tackled, and they don't really bring pressures.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
well, they do, but they just don't sack the quarterback.
Right, but also like they don't. There's nothing exotic in those.
But remember what we were talking about
joints.
last week, and it wasn't exotic, but Eric Armstead just absolutely blew up the middle of the Carolina offensive line.
Yeah. That happens.
Was in Bryce Young's lap, and so they weren't sending. You're right about that.
You're not getting any kind of crazy zone blitzes.
The thing I hate about it is you open up the conversation to criticism.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you start off hot, then we just wasted a segment talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Won't be the first time.
If you don't start off hot, then you've invited that criticism.
Mm-hmm.
That part is but I don't know how much you should care about that. You know, I don't, and I think that's up to every single quarterback.
And it's the Browns, week 1.
Yeah, I think
this is a perfect opponent. To
I
play.
get it, but it's not. Week 1 is a difficult week, no matter where you are.
But
so you
if
want
you
him
pick
you want
one
him to
team
take
to play,
snaps?
it would be him.
You want him to take?
No, I don't want him to take snaps. I'm just saying. JJ keeps saying it's week 1. It's round. That's going to be a tough game for them.
What would you do, Leon?
As a player, as a player, I wanted to get some reps as offensive lineman.
Was there like a certain?
We hit enough. We hit enough doing practice. That,
in your time,
in my time period,
they allowed.
That's the key.
Yeah, but I wanted to be in pressure situations to see how I responded to.
And then when you got enough of that, did you know? Okay, I'm good now.
Yeah, my body would say, "Okay, man." I say,
"We're good."
Because I used to go to my offensive line coach and say, "Okay, I done had enough."
Yeah.
Okay, so now I see what you're saying. You think Trevor's at the point where he can just tell Liam, "I don't need to play. I'm good."
Well, I think there's a conversation. Yeah, I think he's at a point where that at least he's earned the right to have that conversation. And Liam is such a football guy, and he's so honest with these guys that I'm sure that he is giving him honest feedback.
Right.
Well,
Liam did say if the starting O-line was available, maybe he would have played, but we can't just put him out there with.
He went in the beginning of last week thinking they were going to play.
I guess the point is that it's probably just a little more complex than just is he playing or not playing.
Right.
There's probably a lot of things going on behind the scenes, a lot of conversations that's come to this decision. Of course, if it were me and it were Trevor, I would get him at least 2 snaps or 2 series, not 2 snaps, 2 series.
That'd be hilarious.
Just to get him running out there. Yeah, 2 snaps and get him out.
Yeah.
2 series just to get him kind of running out there.
Well, it's funny,
dress out, go through the warm up, know you're playing.
Yeah.
Just get that feeling again.
It's almost the prep of the warm up's good too, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's like you're relearning the timing of this is when I'm going out, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it's just different if you're not playing. If you're not playing, you're not going to go as intentionally with it. Like if you know you're going out there and you're going to play and you're exposed, then you're going to warm up the way you're supposed to warm up, right? I think there's some value in that.
Right.
And then at that point, man, if he's good after 2 series, get him out.
Well, did you see the game last night, Seattle versus the Titans? Their starting left tackle for Seattle went down, was hurt, and Sam Darnold was in, and they took him right out. They took him out the next series. The backup quarterback was in there. And I was like, well, I don't blame him.
And by the way, that was another ugly game in the teens when it was all said and done. And Cam Ward, half good, half bad. And then you go to the Caleb Williams headline today. This is what happens in the danger of maybe some of these preseason games because not everybody all the starters are not out there. He goes 2 for 5, makes a bad decision forcing a football into the end zone, right there at the goal line. Ben Johnson's asked about it. He goes, I probably would have thrown it somewhere else. So what does that do? That gets everybody talking. Yeah, and they flip and freak out and all that kind of stuff.
Drama in the midway.
Yeah, and so we'll see whether or not Trevor needed any more work. He better, I think what Liam's saying is you better look good against Tampa's defense these next 2 days.
Yes, I would think, and this is what I would say, Denny. If they kind of lollygag, which apparently is what they did against the Saints, in that joint,
he was chapped after that.
Yeah, I think he's going to play him. But if they don't, I mean, do you play them right after that? That's a hard practice.
It is.
Are you going to play them in a game right after that like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't even know.
Think so.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
And that's a Thursday or is it Wednesday?
Sense.
No, they're going to practice 2 days.
Right, there's 2 days, right.
So this
Wednesday
is
and
twice
Thursday.
the hitting, and then it's Friday night.
Yeah, they're not playing Friday. No way.
I don't think the contact, I think, Leon, you can 100% disagree with me on this, and please do if I'm wrong. I think we make the contact a bigger deal than they make the contact a big deal. Like these guys have been hit so many times in their life,
but not in camp. It's different. They actually hit some
people
of these
saying that like he needs to get hit before the season. I just don't. I don't
get what you're saying.
He's taking so many hits,
and these guys are knocking heads without pads on.
Yeah,
they've even had some of those where helmets and nothing else, but they are knocking.
Yeah, but clearly in the joints, Leon, they're hitting more than they are in practice.
Yeah.
I think he's specifically talking about quarterbacks.
Well, my point kind of is like most of us played at a level of football where when the pads came on, you learned who people were. We already know who they are in the NFL. They've already been through that.
Right.
You know, like their toughness isn't in question at that point. I just don't know what the benefit is. Then it gets to the quarterback. I don't know what the benefit is to having your quarterback take an additional hit ever because of the positions that he's in.
The other negative to this is
I
that
agree with this.
you don't have a fully healthy offensive line. You don't know exactly who your starting five is ultimately going to be. Parker Washington is now not available. Jacoby has an injury that we're wondering about. And so all of a sudden these numbers are really starting to go down.
Yep.
And kind of to Leon's point, my left tackle gets hurt, get my quarterback off that off of that football field.
Yep.
All right, we got to get you out of here too. Denny, thanks as always. The quarterback whisperer, thanks for hanging out with us.
All right, guys.
Man. All right, he's gone. We'll come back with a golden moment. Stay a little bit on this subject as far as do you want to see Trevor play Friday night or not? You can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010.
XL Primetime from the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio. Transforming outdoor spaces, elevating everyday living. Jags, Gators, tomorrow's game. Almost anything goes. If you got something to say, holler at Hacker. Call, text, or chat. Monday nights from 8 to 10 on 1010XL.
Joe C. from Wingstop, and they have got Club Wingstop fired up, and that means you're going to get hooked up if you're part of it. It's real easy. You can do it on the Wingstop app, or you can go to 1010xl.com/Wingstop. So easy to sign up. As a matter of fact, as soon as you do, you're going to get 5 free boneless wings right there in your inbox, so make sure you do it. Earn rewards, receive exclusive offers, early access to new flavors. They've got it all. Club Wingstop. Make sure you log on 1010xl.com/Wingstop.
Truck accidents can happen and can be devastating. Founded in Jacksonville, Edwards & Raggets is proud to serve the 904. If you've been seriously injured in a truck accident, protect yourself and your family by understanding your rights and legal options. Our attorneys are experienced in handling complex truck cases and can guide you through this. No fees unless you recover damages. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards & Raggets, offices Jacksonville.
It's Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
You see Daly's convenience stores all over the First Coast, and one thing you'll always see once inside Daly's is a cooler full of Bud Light. It's the official beer of the NFL, and every game goes great with a cold one. So head to your local Daly's the next time you stock up for the big game.
It's about to get real. Training camp is on. Listen to 1010XL throughout the day for all the details and analysis of the passes, runs, and defensive performances. 1010XL's coverage of training camp is brought to you by Green Acres Sporting Goods.
A lot of plumbing companies around here, not local anymore. They got bought out. Different owners, different priorities, and you feel it when you call. But not at Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining is still locally owned, still right here in Northeast Florida. No call centers, no corporate nonsense, just hardworking pros who show up, fix it right, and stand behind the job. From leaks to full pipe relining, make the superior choice when you need a plumber. Request an estimate at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
We have bigger rolls of carpet, hardwood too, laminate, tile, area rugs for you. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Our prices are low, 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 low. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man. Don't delay, we'll put it in next day. At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Y'all come see us now, you hear?
At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Visit one of our mega flooring stores or go to carpetman.biz or
call 838-6705. The Carpet Man.
Prosser here. When it comes time to buy or sell a home, it's a process, man, and you need the expert help on your side. And for that, I ask you to turn to my friends, Chad and Sandy, the only agents I would trust and recommend to sell my home. Listen, the real estate market, it's choppy. Most experts don't expect smooth sailing anytime soon. And in today's market, you need those experts. Those experts are Chad and Sandy. You think you got a problem? Well, it probably isn't, because Chad and Sandy handle it. They're the local real estate experts that have this proven system. Using the proprietary Market Max system, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. That's right. No required repairs. Pick your move date. Take Maria in St. John's. I was so frustrated after 2 different agents failed to sell my home over several months. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, and I called. Their team took the time to understand my needs and explain the process. Bottom line, my home sold in 21 days for 99% of asking price. Go to chadandsandy.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
All right, my golden moment is week 0. I can tell this college football season right around the corner because at the watering hole, I'm seeing the jerseys come out. Florida States, the Floridas, the LSUs, the Alabama. The back and forth banter between the two, all of us, it's golden.
Mm-hmm. See some garnet and gold in there?
I saw some garnet and gold.
Okay. All right.
I asked them if they had, it was with laundry day, the reason why they were wearing that stuff. Right? You know, I got to poke the bear. I got to take my shot.
They'll be the ones kicking us off.
Yeah.
Huh?
They're the first ones to play.
They are. They are. Big game against New Mexico State.
Is it noon? They play at noon?
Noon, yeah.
Oh, let me look.
I think it is noon.
They play the Aggies.
That's right.
Now, the Aggies went into Auburn and won that game.
It's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Oh, prime time.
Prime time.
Aggies went into Auburn and won that game with a certain Diego Pavi playing
Diego!
quarterback.
He was ruling
So you
in the
never know.
SEC before he ever even got into an SEC uniform.
No,
Really
nobody's messing with the Knowles, man. No, don't be ridiculous.
You did predict a win, and then you said
did.
they're going to give him. They're going to scare
I didn't
him.
predict the win. I said they're going to scare the hell out of him. I didn't predict the win.
Okay. All right. Fine.
All right.
By the way, CW, 7 o'clock.
7 piece
CW.
under the lights.
CW.
The C-Dub.
Listen, I know what it feels like.
Me
to be on
too.
there.
That's why I'm not laughing.
The C-Dub.
C-Dub.
What do you think of when you think of the ACC? CW.
CW.
Smallville.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What's the CW? The one with the frog?
The Warner Brother, that was WB.
That was
but I
WB,
think WB turned
Same
into the
thing.
Same
CW.
difference.
I think
Yeah.
they merged.
Yeah, they merged.
Right.
Yeah, that was
right.
terrible.
Golly. My golden moment, we haven't talked about it. We have not talked about it. The injury to Jacoby Myers. We don't know if it's a thumb, if it's a wrist. It kind of looks like a soft cast that's over the thumb and over the wrist. My whole thing is, are you confident enough in Cameron, who, by the way, just looked great? He's one of the few guys that look good in that game.
Love 19.
So are you confident in him where you don't panic and say, we got to get 12 back on offense? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, Park Washington's out too.
Right. That's what I just told Denny. I said,
So-
you've got no Jacoby, no Parker.
My guess is Park Washington will be fine for week one.
Yeah.
And Jacoby could be too, for all we know. But all I'm saying, if Jacoby isn't, if he's got a broken bone and he's going to miss a game or two, do you move 12 back over there? Or are you confident in what you've got with Cameron right now?
We'll watch the joint the next couple of days, and we might get a bit of a feel for it, because it numbers. The last thing you want is to have a season start with this many things that have happened and sent guys to the training room, and not saying that they're all bad to the point where they won't be available for a long time. Maybe even not miss any real game playing time. We don't know.
True. Jacoby Myers may be fine for week one.
But
We
if
don't know.
Jacoby doesn't play week 1 and Hunter isn't his replacement and it's actually a 6th-round rookie wide receiver,
Then it
doesn't
says a
that
lot.
just show you the
Yeah.
Hunter thing is over?
Yeah. Well, it says a lot about it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think
And-
it says a lot about Hunter, number one. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about that.
he's a cornerback.
And then number two, it also says a lot about Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
About you're trusting a rookie to be out, and you're three.
And this coaching staff has put the trust in guys that were rookies a year ago and believed in them, and it paid off. And it wasn't necessarily right out of the gate like it might be because
you also
of an
might see
injury.
more 12 and 13 personnel in that game, too.
You sure will. Yeah. The play sheet and the drafting, the personnel they put together will afford them that, which is what you're looking for.
But I do think it's interesting. Like in that joint, they could walk out there with Brian Thomas.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if Brian with a Y can play offense.
Training camp Trammell and Cameron as your starting three.
Right, which is scary. Crazy.
It is a little nerve-wracking.
I don't know. Cameron looked good in that game.
He did look good.
He's looked good in practice.
What are you going to do with
time.
what's his name, Pena? He doesn't make the team.
Trevor Pena is a guy that easily could make the practice squad,
yeah.
and then you just take a look at I think what it boils down to is the special teams, how important these guys are, the return game. Is Parker Washington going to be viewed as a punt returner along with a wide receiver, which is what he has been? Or are you looking for other guys? Because Cameron can return punts. They had C.J. Williams back there. And obviously, I'm going to call him your dude now, Trevor, with a B, Trevor Pena, because he has a skill set where he can do some of that stuff for you.
What about Amir Abdullah? Last week we were talking about Taylor.
Yeah.
And had a phenomenal game. Amir had a great game running the ball and catching the ball in the backfield.
And he put his foot in the ground.
He doesn't make the team, right?
No.
I don't think so.
He's like in his 13th year in the league.
Well, we were kind of joking in the press box, like I don't know whether this guy will make it or not. And now the practice squad rules, you can take really a lot of long in the tooth.
You go with the youth.
And but you can put him on the practice squad. Whereas before you couldn't. Well, anyway, he makes that one cut and takes off or busts loose for 40-some yards. I'm like, I look at Dan Hick, I'm like, Amir, he might make it after all. Who knows? Because LaQuint Allen
He's making it hard for him, I can tell you that.
Yeah, LaQuint Allen is also
if LaQuint needs to go on IR for what? It's 4 games, right?
I believe the minimum is 4.
Amir's probably going to make the team then.
Yeah, you never know. So I just feel like...
Plus, he's also kick returner. Also.
Yeah. And they have mixed and matched with some of those guys. If Bashal's your starter, he was one of the guys that they were using last year to return.
No
kicks.
chance Bashal's back there this year.
Right. I wouldn't think so.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
No.
And they want to look at options when it comes to that. And you will have guys, and this goes back to our roster cuts. Will there be 3 running backs, 4 tight ends? How are you going to work that? How many wide receivers? If you keep Travis Hunter counting against your defense, it might give you the opportunity to have one more offensive guy maybe in that wide receiver room that you keep.
It'll be an interesting cut down, especially because you have to figure out how you're using guys.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's on the 30th, correct? I believe that's when they will make the roster reduction.
Next Monday,
yeah. So it's coming fast. That's next Sunday. Sunday they'll do it.
Yeah, next Sunday, yeah.
Sunday they'll do it, and then the 31st is on Monday, and so we will know it by this time next week just to kind of see where it all plays out. But there are dudes at the bottom of the roster, even though, like we said, the game wasn't the fun watch that you might have been hoping for, but there are dudes that are battling right now to make sure that they can win some playing time and see if they can be one of 53. If they make that practice squad, they make a decent living. It ain't a bad living.
How much is it, Leon? A couple $100,000?
$200,000.
Yeah. God.
It's $50,000 a month, essentially, just practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're done by Thursday. I think
doing scout team stuff.
Basically. Yeah, I think you practice Wednesday, Thursday. And I don't think Friday's usually a walkthrough. Yeah, you got walkthrough Friday, then you're good.
The thing is, how long can you last in the league like
you
that?
can only do it for 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so there is a time limit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Really?
See, it comes back now. They've actually. I'm going to look that up here real quick because I feel like they've given them just a little bit more opportunity to come back for that. But we'll see. It is XL Primetime on the Mocama Beer Company Monday.
XL Primetime from the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care. Official dental partner of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
In the game of vehicle performance and reliability, Atlantic Infinity is always the top pick. This is Hayes Carlion. Did you know that every certified pre-owned Infinity is inspected, factory-backed, with a limited warranty, and gets the same championship-level service as a brand-new Infinity? Every mile will feel like first class. Check out their full certified inventory now at AtlanticInfinity.com or visit Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers? Or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at bariorthopedics.com.
Attention men and women, if you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-4477. Hairforme.com.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Scott Hobson in Ponte Vedra at 904-479-9000.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here. Something big is coming September 2nd. DraftKings Game Day arrives with massive deals, exclusive deals, and an all-day celebration for sports fans. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in all 50 states, including right here in Florida. One app, every sport. DraftKings Game Day is the kickoff of a new season, a new era. Remember the date, September 2nd. New DraftKings customers sign up with code 1010XL, spend $5 to get $200 in rewards within 21 days. That's code 1010XL. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC-registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim, issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Terms DKNG.co/predictions promo, nationwide based on sportsbook predictions, and free-to-play sports contest availability varies by state.
This is Hayes Carlion for First Florida Credit Union. I went to the branch on 210 to get my car loan and had a fantastic experience. I got a great rate and was in and out. The online banking services are also outstanding. Depositing checks through the mobile app is fast and efficient. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards for 3 years running, and it's easy to see why. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Northeast Florida's highest-rated residential home electrical contractor is American Electrical, providing unsurpassed quality in Duval, St. Johns, Clay, and Nassau counties. No matter your electrical problem or project, large or small, American Electrical will get it done at a price that's right. High-quality electrician, that's who they are. Trusted company that's been on the First Coast for decades, proudly serving the community while being a big part of the community. Call American Electrical for all your electric needs at 737-7770. Wired right at a fair price.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. The Weekend Rewind, brought to you by Cycles of Jacksonville, the big boy toy store for big boy toys.
What happened this weekend?
The Phillies cannot be stopped.
Swing and a fly ball, center field. Going back is Church. Back toward the wall. It is over! Off the batter's eye. Montez Bernali. Kyle Schwarber has just completed an improbable comeback. A 2-run game-winning home run. The Phillies down 4-zip. They win it 6-4. It's the first walk-off home run in more than 3 years.
Golfer of the Year, Wyndham Clark.
Made it at 17, similar length, now at 18. Oh, yes! 1, 2, 3. And Wyndham is the winner of the BMW Championship.
Kickers are going crazy in the NFL.
It's not cold. He drilled it. He might have got this, I think. He absolutely got this. 69 yards. Are you kidding me, Coach? He'll kick your Butker, won't he? This guy's something else. Every time I come to town, Harrison Butker lights it up. I should be his agent.
This guy's something else, man.
That's classic. Cam Little, though, said, my hair is blonde and hold my beer because 69 still ain't 70. But that's all for the preseason. I don't think they're going to take the cleats and send them to Canton, but the other cleats are in Canton with the 70-yard boot from Cam Little, and then also set the new record in the real season. But that was the weekend rewind, thanks to Cycles of Jacksonville. And not only did you have the 69-yard field goal, you had Wyndham Clark. Wyndham Clark, I believe, went 19 holes from Saturday into Sunday without a birdie. Yet, go figure, he went 19 holes without a birdie and had a 5-shot lead going into the final day. I'm thinking, how the heck did that happen? But he just went kind of ice cold, but had built up such a large lead, and the other guys were giving shots back. He loses a lot of that 5-shot lead, Leon, as the day went along yesterday. And it looked like it was not anybody's, but Rory was charging. Cantley was up there too.
Yeah, he was.
And I'm like, oh.
But going into 17, he was tied with Rory.
And basically a major 2-shot swing at 17 with a birdie for Wyndham, a bogey on a par 5 for Rory. And I think Wyndham birdied 16 as well. Anyway, he birdies his way in 16, 17, and 18. It was pretty awesome for Wyndham Clark. Win number 2 of the season.
He's had a good season.
Including the United States Open.
He might be the player of the year. He's had a great season.
Yeah, and Scotty won the week before. So anyway, we'll see where it goes. Cycles of Jacksonville bringing you the weekend rewind. If you want to rewind yours and have a better time, make sure you check out all the cool stuff that they got on the showroom floor or log on cyclesofjacksonville.com. Speaking of cool.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
The Meathead, number 55. Tommy Mack joins us now. Listen, he's the only guy that I'm not afraid to say Meathead to because he answers.
No, that's a term of endearment.
You damn right it is.
He's got a lot of knowledge up in there.
You damn right it is.
Yeah, man.
All right, good weekend.
Great weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the game was kind of boring, but overall it was a great weekend. I mean, Friday night was cool. You know, that whole, waving a flag in the middle of the field. That was pretty awesome. Me and Bees had a good time. Saw Jimmy Smith, saw a couple other guys. So had a good old time. The game, it's all right. A couple guys. Some of it was good. Abdullah, helped himself. Aguilar deserves some time this week.
I agree.
Threw the ball around. So, there's some good stuff out of it, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Now, would you, as we were just talking about, joint practices the next 2 days.
Yeah.
They're going to be a lot of hitting. And you don't come off the idea that if you play well in the joint or practice well in the joint, you're not going to play in the game Friday.
Not starters. Yeah. But, I think if you do that, look, and we've been saying on helmets and heels, then just be ready for tackling not to be that good in week 1. Timing's probably going to be off a little bit. So maybe that week 1 regular season game is still part of your preseason, just trying to figure out your team and getting them in a good kind of chemistry, if you will.
Thank goodness against Deshaun.
Yeah. What's that?
Deshaun Watson, week 1.
Yeah, it's disrespectful that they boo him. That's laughable. My God, unbelievable. But we'll talk about all that more upcoming on Helmets and Heels. A lot of Jags. I can't wait. The practice is on the field now. When you're on the field with them, it's pretty badass. I'll tell you that much. Great way to spend a Tuesday and Wednesday.
It is good. All right, Tommy Mack, we will be listening. That is coming up real quick, Big Sirs, and I'm sure Tommy would have wanted to do this as well if you could extend it a little bit longer. So now you got players with 2 or fewer accrued seasons making $13,750 per week on the practice squad. And you got 16. There might be an exception to carry 17 if you got an international player. Players with 3 or more accrued seasons make a minimum of $18,350. And so that means they can keep those dudes a little longer in tooth and later in their NFL life. On the practice squad.
Yeah, but they're never vested.
That's true.
Oh, they're never vested. They don't get those years vested.
They don't vested years.
No.
Wow.
So that sucks.
You got to be on a 53 man to get that. And what is the average? 3.2 or 3.4 as far as average years of these?
2.2 probably.
Is it? Yeah, it might even be lower. All right, we are done. Mocama Beer Company. Don't forget, they've got big things going on, including Jefferson Starship and John Waite. October 17th. Log on mocama.com. Check everything out and enjoy a cold pint up there. Big Sirs, Maddie, Joe C., and JJ.
You're in the Sutherland Lawn and Landscape Studio on X.